I think that my donations to the charity, they've been pretty much the same level and they've been ongoing for years. So cost of living crisis, personally, it has not. I've been lucky enough that it has not affected me as much. So my donation has stayed the same, on the same level.
I've got worries that I need to sort out, and unfortunately charity is at the small. I always try and give to charity or try and be charitable, but it's definitely, if we wasn't in a cost of living crisis, it's definitely something I'd think about more.
I don't donate that much to charities during the cost of living crisis. Generally it's donations to friends that are asking for sponsorship, stuff like that. I just think it's one of those, we've got a lot of outgoings in this moment of time, and I like to support causes that friends are involved with.
I've tried to donate as much as I normally do, yes. Just because I feel it's important for the charities to have the money.
I do not donate as much to charities during the cost of living crisis. I feel like you feel the pressure to keep money to yourself because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So I guess I'm not as generous as I would like to be or as I have been previously.
Probably the local charities are affected more by the cost of living. Maybe people might have subscriptions to bigger charities more likely.
I can imagine your cancer charities still doing quite well, but your charities that fund very specific products or very specific health conditions, they're going to deteriorate because there's just not one as exposure or popularity for them, I don't think.
I think the charities that might suffer the most maybe could be homelessness, maybe sort of food banks and things like that. I think would probably suffer the most after the whole pandemic.
Charities I empathise with the most are stuff like Samaritans. I think there's a charity called Papyrus, Prevention of Young People's Suicide.
I empathise a lot with children's charities. When I worked with children, so I suppose that is my thing about children. A lot of
hospices, children's hospices, so there's a local one towards Derrien House. Our local community always tends to do fundraising for those specific charities.
In particular, I empathise with women and children in need, just because throughout the whole world they're usually the subsection that do suffer the most in times of crisis, and we are in a genuine living crisis, so that's where my heart kind of bleeds most.
I think I'd like to support a lot of autism charities, charities for people with disabilities, because I'm autistic myself, but I feel like it's something that is very much looked down upon sometimes, or misunderstood, and I feel like having charities that focus on that and focus on people with autism, I think stuff like that is very important.